Hi, I'm Denise Lonis, and I'd like to welcome you to my third part of my four-part series on client communication, follow-up, and client care. Today I want to talk to you about a very important tool, and it's called the Client Survey. I want to ask you, when is the last time you actually asked for feedback about your services to your clients? You know, most agents don't want to ask for feedback because it's kind of a little bit awkward, and oftentimes people don't really want to hear what clients have to say if it's negative. And that's for a lot of reasons, okay? It's hard to hear negative feedback about you. However, when you can look at the survey and you can send it out and it's a lot more about the service and less necessarily about you, it's a lot easier to take that feedback. The other thing is, if you put together, let's say, a room full of your clients, and you ask them to give you feedback of all of the great services you offered and the services you'd like to see improved, I'm going to guarantee you're going to get a different answer from every single one of them. So the key is, by having a client survey, it gives you an opportunity to send a survey out. That client then can fill and complete that survey out in the privacy of their own home. They can, in fact, send it back to you. Maybe you want it sent out anonymously, or maybe you want to know who said it. But the key is, you need to know what that feedback is. So many clients today have such great information and feedback for you, but you've got to be open to listening to it. The importance of the client survey is that you get to understand what the real estate process is like from the buyer's or the seller's point of view, as opposed to just from your point of view. You know, you and I have been in the real estate industry probably for a while. What happens is, sometimes it gets to a point where you think that everything has to stay the same way because you've always done it that way. I could not disagree more. We are in a business that is moving and changing every day. Buyers today are so different than they were 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Do you know that 10 years ago, the average buyer would meet you at your office, and then they would drive around with you? Do you know that one of the biggest complaints 10 years ago in our entire industry was that buyers secretly hated you driving them around? And the reason for that is because so many people don't like to be sitting either in the back seat, or they don't want to be a passenger or a backseat driver in the passenger seat. A lot of people lose control and are uncomfortable when they're driven around by someone else. So what happened in our industry is a trend went from, for example, an agent taking buyers out in their car to an agent leading buyers around in their car, and then the buyers, of course, followed in their own car. And today, more and more agents are finding that buyers don't want to be toured. What buyers want is, they want great information, they want to know about great listings. That's what they're looking for. Now, if you don't do client feedback or client surveys, you're never going to know what your clients really want. Make sure to ask your clients, what was the buying experience like for you? What was the selling experience like for you? Ask that open-ended question. You're going to get such an array of great answers. Ask the clients if they prefer to have materials in the car with them on a clipboard, or perhaps would they rather just have things sent to them on the computer and they don't need that clipboard with information. Every client is different. And what you're going to notice by doing client surveys on a regular basis is that there's a pattern that emerges time and time again. Client surveys are one of the most invaluable tools you can use in the business, but you also have to make it a habit or a part of the process or the system that you have in your business, which means that once one of your listings closes, or once you have a sale that closes, you send it out right away. You thank them in advance. You tell them that you want this because it really helps you to provide better service for the next person. You know, if you present it right, buyers and sellers will take the time to do that survey for you. Client surveys are a valuable part of your business, and they also help you to tune your skills, to provide better tools, to improve your systems, and to just provide better service for your clients. So join me next week for my last part 4 of my 4-part series on client care and communication, and think about using our client survey tool in your business.